Welcome to the 2011 NFL Draft Special, brought to you by Juice Sports, coming to you from the high-tech HD studio on the campus of the University of North Florida. I'm Juice Sports beat writer Josh Maser, alongside Juice Sports head NFL writer Mike Kaye. So Mike, it's finally time for the real thing, time to stop with the mock drafts and time to get to the actual drafting.
It had to get here eventually. We're here to bring you pick-by-pick analysis for all 32 selections in the first round. Before we break down the picks individually, here's a recap of the Thursday's first round.
All right, without any further ado, let's start with the first overall pick in the draft. The Carolina Panthers, they're a team that, had 2 wins last season, obviously a lot of needs all around the field. They had a couple defensive linemen they could have taken, but they decided to go with what they believe to be their franchise quarterback in Cameron Newton.
And Josh, the great thing about starting new with a new coach is grabbing a new quarterback, and that's exactly what Heisman winner Cam Newton is for the Panthers.
Cam Newton has all the physical tools you could ever ask for. He's 6'5", almost 250 pounds. He's got all the superlatives. He's the Heisman Trophy winner, AP Player of the Year, all the stats. But can he adjust to the pro game and the pro-style offense? And are the off-the-field issues going to catch up with him? Those are the questions surrounding him, and the Carolina Panthers are going to have to find out the hard way.
And Josh, while we can't predict the future, we do know that Cam Newton is inheriting a great offensive line and a great running back. And he has all the tools needed to excel at the next level. The only problem is he's only got 1 year of starting experience in college, and he's taken all that lack of experience to the pros. Can he adjust? Will he adjust? Only time will tell.
Moving on to the second overall pick, the Denver Broncos decided to select outside linebacker from Texas A&M, Von Miller. Mike, what do you think about this guy?
Well, the Butkus Award winner, Von Miller, is a phenomenal athlete. Just like the first overall pick, he displays great instincts and is a phenomenal pass rusher. He has the opportunity to do something like Brian Arakpo did with the Redskins a few years ago, standing up at linebacker but rushing in a 4-3. With the third overall pick, the Buffalo Bills decided to take a versatile D lineman, Marcel Darius. What do you think of the pick, Josh?
Oh, I think that it's a great pick. The Bills right now are in a transition. They don't know if they want to be a 4-3 or a 3-4 defense. This guy can not only play in either a 3-4 or a 4-3, he can help dictate what kind of defense you want to run. He's that good. He can anchor whatever defense you decide to run. He played in the 3-4 defense with Nick Saban at Alabama, but is widely considered to be more of a 4-3 defensive tackle. I think this guy's so versatile. I love this pick.
And having been defensive MVP in a national championship game, he brings a sense of winning to a defense that's been in shambles over the last few years. It's a great pick and a great start for the new Buffalo Bills regime.
With the fourth overall pick, the Cincinnati Bengals had a few options, but decided to replace some of their older wide receivers with new, younger wide receivers, and they decided to start that with A.J. Green from Georgia. Mike, what do you think about this guy?
A.J. Green, phenomenal athlete, continues the trend of the last 4 picks. 6'4", over 210 pounds. The guy is just phenomenal. He just makes plays. And that's what's great about having a #1 receiver like AJ Green. Chad Johnson's getting a little bit older. We don't know if T.O.'s coming back. But AJ has the ability to take the Cincinnati Bengals offense to a whole new level. With pick number 5, the Arizona Cardinals had a ton of options. They could trade, they could draft a quarterback like a lot of pundits assumed, but instead they went with Patrick Peterson, the consensus best player in the draft. What do you think about this, Josh?
Oh, I love Patrick Peterson, and I agree with the consensus that he is the best player in this draft. He can absolutely do it all on the football field. He's a shutdown corner that can play some safety for you, can rush the quarterback, he can even return some punts for you. I think this guy is absolutely phenomenal.
The great thing about Peterson is that he has so many dimensions to his game. Like you said, that he can return. He had 2 punt returns that turned touchdowns in his career. He can be a ball hawk if needed. He plays at a size that he seems like a mini linebacker. He has the agility and finesse of a corner, but he's also got the instincts of a safety, which makes him a multiple threat.
That brought us to the 6th overall pick, which is where things really started to get interesting, Mike.
Julio Jones is a prospect that the Atlanta Falcons were absolutely infatuated with. That is why they traded a boatload of picks to the Browns in order to obtain him. Tall, strong, and athletic, Jones is the perfect complement to Roddy White. What do you think about him, Josh?
Oh, I absolutely love this guy. A lot of people assumed that Mark Ingram was what drove the Alabama offense. I think Julio Jones was the unsung hero of the Alabama offense during his time in college. Like you said, he's big, he's athletic. He ran a 4.39 at the combine on a broken foot. That's absolutely unheard of. I think this guy was 1A to AJ Green for the best wide receiver in this draft. I think the Atlanta Falcons might have given up a little too much to get up and get him, but he's going to be a solid #2 and in the future #1 for the Atlanta Falcons. 7th overall pick is where we believe the first real reach of the draft happened. The San Francisco 49ers decided to select Missouri defensive end Aldon Smith. Mike, why do you think this was a reach?
Aldon Smith has a very large lack of experience, and with that, the game is still new to him. So to take him at the 7th overall pick when you're expecting him to contribute, in my opinion, is kind of an impulse pick.
I agree. I believe this was a bit of a reach, but solely because of Aldon Smith's inexperience. Besides that, he's got everything you're looking for in a rush outside linebacker: the size, the speed. He broke the Missouri single-season sack record. He's a sack machine, but again, it still remains to be seen what his development's going to be like. He has a high ceiling, but also a low floor. The 8th pick in the first round was a bit of a surprising one. The Tennessee Titans decided to select Washington quarterback Jake Locker. Mike, what do you think about Locker?
Locker had a lot of scouts drooling over him after last year's great performance, but he decided to come back and stay for his senior season at Washington. Unfortunately, things didn't go so well for him this time around, and he has faced questions about his accuracy and his ability to lead a pro offense.
I agree. He was considered to be a contender for the #1 overall pick last year, but in some people's minds slipped a little bit with the bad season that Washington had, and like you said, the concerns about his accuracy. There's a lot of people that still think he can be that elite quarterback. That still remains to be seen.
And luckily for Tennessee, they're one of the only teams in the league that can draft a player at quarterback and have him sit on the bench behind a veteran and learn. So Jake Locker has that opportunity to learn the offense before stepping into the main stage. With the 9th overall pick in the draft, the Cowboys stepped out of their comfort zone and decided to draft offensive tackle Tyron Smith out of USC. Josh, what do you think of Tyron Smith?
Well, Smith is sort of a raw prospect at this point in his career. He played right tackle at USC for most of his career. Actually played most of his playing weight at 287, or around that weight. He's put on a few pounds. It still remains to be seen if he can sustain that weight and play at that weight, but the Cowboys definitely needed a tackle, and so this was a good pick for them.
Smith reminds me of former USC offensive tackle Winston Justice, who now is the starting right tackle for the Eagles. Hopefully Tyron Smith will have an easier road than Justice, But again, like you said before, he is a green prospect and will need time to develop.
We're going to take a short break, but coming up, we'll see what the hometown Jaguars did to send their franchise in a new direction.